right, let's turn to the Big East. Let's go to UConn. UConn, here's what I'm giving Dan Hurley. I'm giving Dan Hurley a brand spanking new Sharpie marker so that he can update his Coach Your Guys on his wrist. He needs a new Sharpie to refresh that ahead of Big East play, and he definitely needs it before December 31st because on New Year's Eve, he's going to be spending his New Year's Eve at the Cintas Center in a hostile atmosphere against Sean Miller. You need to mark down Coach Your Guys, Danny. Get a new Sharpie for Christmas. Goodman, what are you giving UConn?
A reality show. Oh, here we go. I mean, think about it. Like, how great would it be? And I don't think I'm giving it to UConn. I think I'm giving it to the world. The college basketball world needs a reality show with Dan Hurley. And Andrea Hurley has to be a part of this too. The whole Hurley family, UConn, all of it. I mean, my first inclination was to give him a better number one fan than Rob Doster. But we need a reality show.
Doster or Douster?
Doster, whatever we want to call it.
Like cameos from Calhoun, right? Like
100%. I have that written down too. We need more of Jim Calhoun. We haven't seen a lot of Jim Calhoun since he retired from his D3 head coaching job down the road in West Hartford. I haven't, I wanted him out there in Portland, Oregon, hanging out because Calhoun and Hurley together, holy shit. I mean, you're talking about two of the best personalities this sport has ever seen, and they're both pretty damn unfiltered too.
I would go, can we get, by the way, Dan Hurt, my coach of the year pick, can we some national media attention? I feel like they're the most non-covered like top team I've ever seen as of late. They got victories over power conference foes, Oregon, Alabama, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, Florida, now Butler. UVA loses. Purdue barely beats Davidson. Like, can we get someone please make a call and say, hey, look, can you guys talk about this team?
Well, hey,
I was about to say.
I'm going to say this, though. I'll say this to you, John. You talk about broadcast exposure. I've got to fit this in here, okay? Yeah. I know I do games for FS1, and UConn in January and February will be on big broadcast TV more than any team in the country.
Perfect. Hey, look.
On Fox every Saturday.
Gift received. You know what I'm saying? Already. Look, perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, the problem is, too, a lot of the biggest games in November, December are on ESPN. And UConn's a Big East team that is not an ESPN program. So I think that hurts them early.
Yeah.
All right. So I have about a minute left, and I'm going to give Danny Hurley and his staff the gift that'll keep on giving for a long time. And that's a restraining order from one Rob Doster. Because once they continue to win, we're not going to hear the end of it. They got to keep him away from the program. He's poison to this UConn program.
I mean, he could honestly screw up this whole season.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw it all on Rob Doster.
No, wait, Goodman, like Henson says the media coverage for UConn, that's not good for us either. Because if Rob hears this.
It's good.
A restraining order. A restraining order is what we need.
It's fun. Is he towing the line though, Jeff? You're good at measuring this.
Yeah, he's been fine. They're number 1 or 2 in the country. They deserve, like Henson says, plenty of praise, plenty of accolades and attention. And now the biggest thing is how Dan Hurley can handle all of this going forward and the players.
Briefly, because we haven't seen it in several years, Jeff, how big is it for college basketball if UConn goes on a crazy run?
I mean, big, but UConn's not one of those teams to me. Now, it's the Northeast team that holds, especially with Villanova struggling right now. I think it'll help, but no, they're not Carolina or Duke. They're not those teams again. And part of it is no disrespect to Fox, but it's true. They're not on ESPN every night come January, February. They don't have that same juice, and they never have that Duke, that Kentucky, that Carolina have had.